Hiya, welcome to Darren in the studio. Thanks for swinging around for part 2 of our Valentine's video special. Part 1, we looked at 10 albums that had a love theme going on. And I did promise you a part 2 where we would look at 10 singles where love is the theme. So, let's get straight to it. Again, all in alphabetical order. We're going to 1991 first. And all of these as well, they are all 12-inch singles apart from one CD single, but we'll get to that. 1991, it's this, Alice Cooper, Love's a Loaded Gun. Taken from the Hey Stupid album. This features all the UK dates on there. And I went to, it says Birmingham NEC the 9th and the 10th. I would have gone to one of those gigs. I'm not sure which one it was, but I would have gone to one. That's what the other side looks like. Love's a Loaded Gun is on side 1. Side 2's got 18, recorded live in Los Angeles, California in July of 1991, and Fire, a studio cover version of the Jimi Hendrix track. So that's our first single, Alice Cooper's Love's a Loaded Gun picture disc. Next up, here's a single by, it's always nice to feature things by people that I know, or featuring people that I know. This is a band called Dare, British band, still around, still making music. This features, I'll show you the cover. This features a friend of mine. This is Vinnie Burns, the guitar player, Vinnie Burns, who I know quite well. This is Darren Wharton. Now, Darren Wharton was the keyboard player in the sort of later years of Thin Lizzy. And this here, this particular gentleman, is Brian Cox. Professor Brian Cox. Him who does all the Universe programs and stuff like that. He was the keyboard player with Dare. He doesn't play with them anymore, but I know Vinnie and Darren certainly still play with Dare. I'm not sure about the other members. This is their Real Love single from 1991. Contains previously unreleased tracks Killer Lover and Ride Away. This is on the A&M label. Nice little Dare 12-inch single. Next up, a band who I first saw, or one and only time I ever saw them, was on a particular UK tour of Kisses back in 1983. First time I ever saw Kiss was at the Bingley Hall, October 1983, on the Lick It Up tour. And one of the bands that were supporting them were this band. This is Heavy Petting and the single Love Times Love. This is 1984 this came out. Nice little shaped picture disc single. The other side is a track called Shout It Out. Quite noticeable this track, this particular single, because it's actually produced by Brian May, a Mac of Queen fame, of course. This is out on the Polydor label. Got a couple of things from Heavy Petting. Nice little shaped picture disc. Put that there, see if it'll stay up. Next up, we're going for 1990. Here is a 12-inch single by the band King's X. 1990, this is It's Love. King's X were one of those bands which were kind of moderately successful in the 90s, and then they split up, and I think a few years ago, they got back together and started making music and touring again. This is a nice little gatefold 12-inch single. It was nice back then because they used to, the record companies used to take pride in the product that they actually put out. King's X, It's Love. This is on the Megaforce Worldwide Atlantic label. Before we go any further, I'm just going to put the camera right again because it keeps moving. I'll be honest, I think there's a ghost in this studio that keeps moving the camera around. Next, we're going to 1979. And one of the very first rock 12-inch singles, which would be this, Kiss, of course. This is an original 1979, I Was Made for Loving You. Comes with Charisma on side 2. This is the 12-inch mix as well. Not only is it on a 12-inch single, it's actually a 12-inch remixed track. 7 odd minutes long this track runs at. Of course, this was the same cover, same artwork, which was used for the album that this came from, the Dynasty album, of course, in 1979. Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You. Original 1979 12-inch single. I've put it in a protective inner sleeve. Nice labels, really beautifully, nice and shiny. I think I cleaned it up on the with the vinyl back. Kiss, I Was Made for Loving You. Next up, we're going to 1987, and a band which went on to be one of the biggest bands in the world. But in 1987, this was kind of their breakthrough hit, and they'd been around for about 4 or 5 years before this came out. This is REM. This is REM's The One I Love, which is actually quite a sad song. I think it's about war, actually. REM's The One I Love, original IRS 12-inch single from 1987. Comes with Last Date, which is a studio outtake, and Disturbance at the Heron House, which was also a track on the album, which was I can't remember what the album was called where this came from now. It's here somewhere. Oh, that'll be really bugging me. Hang on, people, we'll find out. It'll come to me. Was it Document? I'm thinking of Document now. Yes, it was Document. It probably says on here, doesn't it, Document? It doesn't. Yeah, on the IRS label. Nice little. I think REM made some great music. After IRS, they were signed to Warner Brothers, and they went absolutely insane, didn't they? Their popularity just went absolutely crazy. REM, The One I Love, single in our Valentine's video part 2, the singles. Next up, it's a CD single. Do you remember them? Certainly don't make them anymore, do they? I quite liked them. 1997 is the year. I absolutely loved this record. Hence, that's why I bought it. This is a little band or combo or DJ set. I'm not sure what they are. Smoke City is the act. The track is Underwater Love. Great record this. Sort of like an ambient dance kind of feel to it. Smoke City, Underwater Love. This is on the Jive label. This was quite a big record, and it's basically just an EP of all the different remixes of Underwater Love. Great little single. If you've never heard Smoke City's Underwater Love and you want to just chill out, check it out. Next up, we're going to 1990 and another British band who've been around a long time. From 1990, this is Thunder, on one of the early Thunder singles from their first album, Backstreet Symphony. This is Dirty Love, and I think this is probably my favourite Thunder track. Nice little original on the, I want to say EMI, I'm not sure. Yes, they were signed to EMI. 1990 EMI. You also get with this Fired Up, which is also a great track and She's So Fine live. Dirty Love and Fired Up, produced by Andy Taylor, which I understand is the Andy Taylor of Duran Duran fame. Thunder, 1990, Dirty Love. Okay, next up in our Valentine's singles. This is 1988. Do you remember Wendy James and her band Transvision Vamp? Of course you do. Great single this. This is the 12-inch mix of I Want Your Love. There's Wendy there. I've also got the album that this came from, and it's a really good album. The album's called Pop Art. Great little album. Transvision Vamp's I Want Your Love. It also comes with Sweet Thing and Evolution Evie. This is on the MCA label. This one. Nice little original from 1988. I remember buying all these. The thing I love about records and CDs and cassettes and physical music sort of formats, the thing I love about them a lot is I go through a lot of these records, especially when I'm writing my radio programs or when I'm making YouTube videos. I go through my records and CDs and tapes, and I just remember buying them. You know, it brings back wonderful memories, and I just love looking through them and getting into you know, thinking about where I bought them and what my life was like when I did buy them. Like I say, this is an original, absolutely mint condition. Played it many, many times. Transvision Vamp, I Want Your Love. Next, and this is going to be our last 12-inch single for now in our Valentine's double trouble videos. 1987, it's Whitesnake from the album 1987, I believe. Was it? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, Whitesnake's 1987. This is Give Me All Your Love, 12-inch single. Nice little original on the EMI Capital label, I think this is. Certainly on the EMI label. Whitesnake, Give Me All Your Love. It comes with Fool for Your Lovin' and Don't Break My Heart Again. Produced by Martin Birch. Mike Stone and Keith Olsen produced Give Me All Your Love. The other ones were by Mike Birch. Whitesnake, Give Me All Your Love. Just on plain black EMI labels. I hope you've enjoyed this run through our just a few records celebrating Valentine's Day. I know I've enjoyed going through them and sort of selecting various sort of items to show for you. Until next time, make sure you leave your views and your comments. Do tell the loved one that you're with how you feel about them, because that's the important thing around Valentine's Day or any day of the week. Until the next video, look after yourselves, look after each other, like, subscribe, you know the rubbish by now, and we'll see you for another video very, very soon. Ta-da.